Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your January 2017 general readings, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope everyone has had a very good holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year as well. These are general readings, and they're not going to resonate the same or play out the same for everyone who watches. How could it? There's thousands of you watching, and everyone has different things going on into your lives and different natal charts. So that is exactly why we tell you to check your rising and your moon sign as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictably for you this month. But by watching your sun, moon, and rising, you just get different insights and pieces of the picture of the time frame ahead that the reading covers, just to get as big and whole and clear a picture as possible. So watch all three if you can. Thank you. Always a note of gratitude before we begin to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe to my channel. Your support and feedback means more to me now than it ever did, which is the reason I do it. Keep the comments coming. You guys are brilliant, and I love reading them, and I do read each and every one. Thank you as well to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings, both the first timers and my regular clients, and for your frequent updates on how those readings continue to play out in your lives. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of that and for trusting me to interpret and intuit the cards for you in our readings. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for friends, family, or loved ones, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information in detail, and my email address, which is Maggie, the number one, McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you pretty quickly and schedule a reading in a fairly timely fashion. Current turnaround time at present is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks we can schedule a reading for you live or recorded. I also I do offer a variety of types of readings and lengths of readings, but I also offer a 24 card spread year overview and outlook, which is always quite popular at this time of year as we're transitioning into the new year. So if you're interested in that, just mention it in your email and we will go from there. I'm going to be doing the same. I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck. Whoa. By artist Ciro Marchetti as usual, and drawing the customary 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck as overall energy and advice. So let's get into this. This reading is for Sagittarius for January 2017. Fire sign of Sagittarius for January 2017. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? What does the month of January 2017 have in store for the fire sign of Sagittarius? The first month of our beautiful new year. Help me to see and interpret the energies for the fire sign of Sagittarius for January 2017. Okay, Sagittarius. We begin with the Hanging Man, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Next to that, we have the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. And at or towards the end of January 2017, we have the Fool with the Six of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, as your overall energy and advice, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Lots of earth energy here. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pentacles cards out of 9. So strong energy in the tangible material world, job, finances, money, property, resources, assets, which is earth energy, which is what governs the suit of Pentacles. It represents solid material things. Let me just take a look here. I feel like for a lot of you, this is work related, job and career path related for you. Okay. Let's begin, Sagittarius. We find ourselves at the beginning of January 2017 with the energy of the Hanging Man, Major Arcana card, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. So the hanging man, the energy of the hanging man, this can represent a couple of different things, and of course, the energy of this reading, however the details of it resonate in your life, it's going to be different for those of you watching. But the fundamental energy remains the same, even though the specifics of what it means is different. Although I feel like for a lot of you, it's pretty concrete stuff. We have so much Earth energy in this reading: job, career path, resources, and property. And I feel like we start the month out, Sagittarius, with spirit advising you to kind of wait and see how things are playing out within a certain situation, whether it's an actual job, your position, perhaps something going on in your work environment or career path. There's kind of an energy of letting things kind of play out without getting too involved in them. The hanging man can represent feeling like you're in a place of stasis and limbo. uh, it's a position from the outside looking in that appears to be unwinnable. I mean, this man is hanging upside down in what appears to be an awkward, uncomfortable situation, a position that he can't win from. It's a card that can represent the advice being to withdraw from any conflict and wait to see how things play out. Sometimes the best way to win a battle is to, in fact, not fight one at all and let your opponents kind of destroy each other, which may apply to those of you for whom this is a work-related issue or situation, and there's some kind of conflict that people are involved in or something people are vying for. The hanging man points to withdrawing and kind of standing by that decision for a time, even if other people are encouraging you to take more of an active role in it, or even if you feel kind of compelled to take a more active role in it. Because I'm getting the strong feeling here, whatever the specifics are, for those of you watching, the advice is that you should wait and see how things are actually playing out. Some of you, this is going to be related to a specific person or about a specific person. And it may be that some of you are in some kind of conflictive situation or energy with another person, an earth sign, because it's accompanied by this Queen of Pentacles, or you're being tempted or baited to get involved in a conflict or an argument or a competition or struggle of some kind. But the advice quite strongly is to wait this one out. Try not to get actively involved in it. For those of you for whom this resonates as a work situation or something to do with your job, I mean, continue to do your work, of course, do what's in front of you to do. But in terms of getting involved in any kind of active conflict or being drawn into something, the advice quite strongly feels like you should just wait this one out and see how it plays out, particularly if people are in conflict with each other. Um, that is actually the key to victory here, is giving it some time. And also your overall energy from the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of reflection and assessment and looking at what you've invested in something to consider whether or not to continue investing in it or do something else. So that hanging man is accompanied by the Queen of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this is going to represent an actual person, as court cards often do represent actual people. But for some of you, it's the Queen of Pentacles is just going to represent the energy of what this card means. And also too, the Hanging Man being a major arcana card, of course, sublimates or overshadows the energy of the cards around it. And the cards surrounding the Hanging Man are all pentacles. It's on three sides of the Hanging Man. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. So this is definitely in the arena of the material world, whether it's specifically job and career path or property or resources of some kind, or even objects, concrete material objects which have sentimental value to you. Again, it's going to play out differently. So the Hanging Man is accompanied by the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, what you're being asked to not get engaged with or not get involved with in terms of any kind of conflict or struggle is with this earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's showing up as a female as the Queen of Pentacles, but because this is a general reading, uh, It could be a male as well. Sun, moon, or rising sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone who strongly manifests the character traits of the Queen of Pentacles. Queens and kings represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit. So this would be someone who is very good at navigating the material world, money, job, resources, assets, schedules, details, just that physical daily world we live in. Somebody who can be nurturing and very much a caretaker, um, but also somewhat kind of stubborn and can be very rooted as well. So for some of you, the combination of the Hanging Man and the Queen of Pentacles, you're being asked, or the advice that Spirit is giving you is in not to get drawn in any conflict or competitive energy or any kind of struggle with this Queen of Pentacles individual. And I feel like for a lot of you for whom that resonates, it's somebody in your work environment. For others of you, you're being asked to kind of not take an active role right now, to just kind of stand back and let things kind of play out. For others of you, this combination of cards is going to, this Queen of Pentacles is not so much a specific person in your sphere or environment, but they're still asking you to not get involved or drawn into something going on around you at this time, just for a short time, because the future is actually going to sort itself out. The Queen of Pentacles can, particularly in career, job, and finance readings, the Queen of Pentacles can be an indicator of good fortune coming, of a message saying that the future is going to find a way to bring in some kind of prosperity or abundance or success for you. And you need to not try and jump in and control all the external matters so much. This is where you just kind of want to hang tight, do your job, do what's in front of you to do, but wait to see how things play out, because this is a matter of divine timing and orchestration. And this can be a sign that things are going to be working out in your favor and to your success. But the key is in not jumping in and trying to control everything. Just remain where you are, do the work that's in front of you to do. And no matter how tempted you might be, or people might try and draw you into, again, either some kind of conflict or competitive energy, or an active role in something, or to take sides in a situation, don't. You're being asked not to. It's going to work in your favor as long as you let God's Spirit, your angels, guides, the divine, do what they need to do, because there's already a plan in place and everything is unfolding as it's meant to. So just hang tight. So next to that, we have the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Pentacles. So lots of earth energy here in that tangible material world. The Three of Pentacles is a card about group effort, teamwork, basically. It's a card of compromise and negotiation. This is not a card of personal recognition. This is a card that represents a group of people working together, or trying to work together for a common cause, a common goal, the greater good. Everybody kind of bringing their own unique talents and opinions and skills to the table to work on one common or community goal. Sometimes this card can come up when there's a group of people who don't actually work all that well together and find themselves in a position where they have to get on the same page because there's something that needs to be accomplished, even though the energy is kind of conflicted. It's kind of trying to herd cats. Everybody's got a different opinion or a different way they want to go about doing things, and it can be kind of somewhat conflictive. This can be, the Three of Pentacles can be a card of needing to compromise and negotiate, needing to get everybody on the same page so that something can be accomplished, even when that's very difficult. And it's a group of people that would rather not work together, but they kind of have to because there's something that needs to be accomplished, by all of them working together, which kind of coincides with that Hanging Man and Queen of Pentacles. Do whatever is your part to do, but try not to get drawn into playing any kind of leading role or taking sides in whatever this is. Now, the Three of Pentacles is paired with the Nine of Pentacles. This is a great card. This is a card of basically reaping the rewards of your labors, enjoying the fruits of your labors. This woman is standing in her beautiful garden. She's dressed in a beautiful gown. She's very well put together. She obviously has the resources to take good care of herself. She looks like she has a good life. And she's surrounded by things which imply luxury or physical comfort. It's a card of independence, self sufficiency, and self empowerment because she has that extra sense of self satisfaction of knowing that everything she's enjoying, she's worked for herself. Nobody's handed anything to her on a silver platter. Everything that she's enjoying has come as a result of long, hard work, her own talents and skills and intelligence and labor. And ideas. This is sometimes referred to as a successful single woman card, but it's not clear if she's single or not, or he. If she is great, she loves herself, she loves her life, she loves where she's going, whether she has a partner or doesn't have a partner. This is a card of independence, of being able to be self-sufficient and self-empowered, of not needing anybody else, and of being in a position where you're pretty comfortable and have a very good foundation for yourself because you're the one that's worked very hard for it. So this combination of the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, again, I get the feeling, even though it is somewhat contradictory energy, the Nine of Pentacles being more of an independent self-sufficiency card, and the Three of Pentacles being a card of like working together with other people. I feel like for you, Sagittarius, whatever the situation is, because for those of you watching, it's going to split off into different ways in the specifics and details of it. But you're being asked to find that middle ground, that kind of balance between being part of this group that has something to achieve, some kind of common cause or goal that's working towards it together, that you're working on something together, something that needs to be accomplished. Even though I get the sense that this group of people, it's difficult working with each other, and there is a lot of compromise and negotiating that needs to happen. But that you should still maintain your own kind of little corner. And again, do the work that's in front of you to do, do the part that you're being asked to do, but don't get involved into taking sides or playing a primary role or having too much external control. I don't know why. It's just the strong energy that I'm getting, the message that I'm getting. Let people sort it out. And if it's a competitive energy or there's a situation of somebody winning or getting something at the end, you need to not be one of those that are in there fighting for it, because spirit is saying the key to your success here, things are actually going to work out in your favor, in your benefit, and I think in a pretty tangible financial way for you as well, or in terms of job position or career path. If you're not an aggressor in this is all about seeing how things play out. And if people are actually fighting and competing with each other, let them do that, because this is a battle or a conflict or a struggle where you're going to win by actually not fighting. So keep that in mind when you're working within this group or being asked to work within this group or helping people get on the same page, because it feels like a bit of a struggle, a lot of different opinions and people kind of butting heads with each other. Now, next to that, we have the energy of the Ace of Cups, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. I'm curious as to how this plays out specifically for those of you whom this resonates. So it'll be interesting to read the comments that you send back on what this actually is, because I'm getting kind of a feeling of irritation within a group of people. So you'll have to let me know what this is. I'm actually just getting, for some of you, this is more of a family situation. There may be some haggling over division of assets or splitting up of family estate or family money or family business of some kind, as to who gets what and who's supposed to play what role in this. And there's just a lot of conflict and haggling within some kind of family system as to how things get split up or divided. So and again, in that situation, spirit is asking you not to be one of those that are in there kind of being the aggressive one. I'm entitled to this much. That the key to your success and to having what's fair and actually quite abundant for you is to just do what's in front of you to do, but not take an active, aggressive role. So that's kind of interesting. So moving back into the combination of the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So here we have water energy, which is the element that governs the suit of cups. Cups is all about feelings, emotions, love, relationships, how we relate to people in our personal lives and external lives as well. Our emotional and feeling landscape. Aces are the ones, they represent the beginnings, potential, promise, the start of something that, if these seeds are planted and taken care of, it can grow and manifest into something quite beautiful. For some of you, sometimes the Ace of Cups represents new love and romance, but at its most fundamental definition, it represents new emotional beginnings, which have promise, which have the potential to manifest into something quite beautiful and something quite full blown if they're taken care of. Because aces represent seeds, and seeds need to be planted and fertilized and watered and pruned and taken care of so that they can grow to their full promise and their full potential. Otherwise, they'll just fizzle out as nothing in the beginning. So, new emotional beginnings. Some of you, it's new love and romance at work. Some of you may end up out of this having a potential new partner, or may have connected with somebody either at work or through a project of some kind with a potential new love at work, because, or on this project, because the Ace of Cups is paired with the Eight of Pentacles, which is the work card, the worker bee card. This is the card of the slow, steady, successful building up of a pretty good physical, financial foundation for yourself because of your determination, your hard work, your perseverance. And it's right next to the Nine of Pentacles too. Very similar energy here, reaping the rewards of what you've invested into it. You can see that this man is at his desk and he's working on this eighth pentacle, having successfully completed these other seven, putting just as much attention and detail into this eighth one as he has on the seven. Uh, it's getting late, the sun is setting, and he's already lit his candles. Perhaps some of you have been working very hard, burning the candles at both ends, working very hard at whatever this is, whether it's a specific project or just your job in general, or a project at work. Perhaps you've been putting in a lot more time and energy into it than other people have. He appears to be alone. Everybody else is probably gone for their after work cocktails or drinks, but not him. He's still at his desk hard at work because he has a vision, a goal. He has something he's working for. And the reason he's been so successful so far is because of his dedication and his perseverance and his hard work. This is where the success is coming from, Sagittarius. And new emotional beginnings are coming. Success, there's some kind of success coming, I feel, for you quite strongly. But the strong, again, advice and key I'm getting to that is to, it's almost kind of a keep your head down and do your work, focus very hard. Don't take an active role in any conflicts or challenges that are occurring right now, in whatever area this is in your life, because that's where your full success is going to come from. Putting your head down, doing your work. That's what's going to bring you this success, which is coming, and a new beginning, a new start that's coming for you too. Some of you, other people are kind of watching you, even though you may not be aware of it, and all your hard work and dedication is going to be recognized and acknowledged and rewarded, particularly in light of other people kind of being conflictive and arguing and not working well together around you. There's going to be a new beginning for you, that could grow into something quite beautiful and has you feeling quite happy and looking at the future with a lot of promise. Now, at or towards the end of January 2017, we have a great combination of cards. I feel like this is where the success actually begins to manifest itself in a very tangible way for you, is at the end of January 2017, going into February, assuming that you've kind of followed the advice here. So at the end of the month, we have the major arcana card of the Fool, my favorite card, love the Fool, paired with the Six of Wands, success and victory. So you've done everything you needed to do. You kept your head down. You did your work. You worked very hard. I think there may have been some people, particularly if this is in your job, your work environment, people have noticed this, not getting drawn into conflicts or arguments or whatever conflict there has been at work or with this project, or Again, for some of you, I'm getting this as like some kind of family thing with this splitting of estate or funds or a will or proceedings from perhaps a sale of something. I don't know. For those of you for whom that resonates, you'll have to let me know. It's one of the 5 or 6 stories that have come through my head here. So the Fool is new beginnings, brand new beginnings. All of this has occurred. You've done what you needed to do, and your success, the acknowledgement, the reward, it's all coming for you at the end of January. Brand new beginnings. The Fool represents that time period. It's kind of an in-between time where something comes to an end, the closing out of something, and then the beginning of something else, the start of something beautiful and brand new, which holds a lot of promise. And again, because there's so much Pentacles, Earth energy here, it's job, career path, or something in your tangible material world is beginning at the end of January and has you feeling very excited and very hopeful. The Fool represents that time in between something coming to an end and something brand new beginning, that in between place where you're considering what the possibilities are, and they're infinite, they're limitless. Anything is possible, everything is possible. The Fool is here to remind us that it's always wise to have a destination and goal and to work towards those. But the real value is in the journey, is in the steps of the destination, not in being so much focused and destination oriented. It's about the lessons that we learn and how we evolve and grow on this journey, on this path. And the Fool is also here to remind us that it's perfectly all right and sometimes necessary to take a risk, to step outside of our comfort zone and do something different, take a risk in order to achieve success, in order to achieve a new beginning, um, to do something perhaps that you've never done before that may be a little scary, a little risky, but that's where your success is coming from. Exactly, because the Fool is accompanied by the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory, triumph, success, recognition. This card also represents public recognition and acknowledgement for your efforts, for something that you've done. And for some of you at work, you are going to be set apart, recognized, and rewarded in some way for the work that you've been doing, particularly if there's been a lot of upset or conflicts or something going on at work. You've been the one to keep your head down and keep plugging away, keep working very hard, doing your part and maybe more. That has been seen and acknowledged and rewarded at the end. Some of you may be asked to be put in charge of a new project or a new branch or a new aspect of your company or job or career path. It feels like the story's going to split off a few different ways. Whatever it is for you specifically, at the end of January going into February, you're starting something new, perhaps on your own, which is where that kind of new, risky, stepping out of your comfort zone feeling is coming from. You're branching out on your own. You've worked very hard to build up the foundation and the resources you need in order to branch off on your own. Some of you, you're being asked to head up something new, start a new branch, a new project, something like that, because of how you've proved yourself, all the hard work and effort you've put into something, and your refusal to get involved in unnecessary and ridiculous conflicts, arguments, competition, etc. All the work you've done and beautiful new beginnings, brand new, like a whole new future filled with promise and potential is opening up for you at the end of January into February in the material world, job, career, work, finance. For some of you, it's property issues as well, I'm getting. Remember that advice though for the first part of the month, basically through most of the month. Don't take sides in anything. Try not to get actively involved in any conflicts or take any leading roles in that. Do the work that's in front of you to do, and a little more if you can. Consider, reflect, be contemplative. Let people kind of storm around you and hang themselves if that's what they need to do. Your success is going to come from, again, just keeping your head down and doing your work. That's going to be acknowledged and rewarded and recognized at the end for some of you. And some of you, this is just what's garnering you the tangible resources and money and assets, what's necessary for you to start branching out on your own. Some of you may be starting your own business in the next couple of months here. So overall energy from the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of reflection, contemplation, looking at everything that you've invested in something as it's harvest time. It's harvest time on this card. This woman has worked very hard, as you have, putting in a lot of effort into growing this harvest, and she's looking to see if it's been worth it. It's been a pretty decent harvest. We're at the seven here. She's looking to see is it worth picking? Is it worth continuing this harvest? Is it worth growing the same crop next growth season, or should I do something different? It's a card of reflection and assessment and considering whether to walk the same path you're doing, perhaps stay in the same job, continue trying to move up, or whether it's time to start something new. For some of you, you're branching off on your own at the end of the month and going into February, and you finally have what you need to do that. For others of you, it's, you're being asked to do something new. But again, it's because of the effort you've put into it. And regardless of how it plays out for you, it's new beginnings, moving into a new path and a new beginning. Something I feel like you're in charge of, though. So it'll be interesting to see to read your feedback on how this plays out for you. Very exciting energy, actually, and you've earned it. This one, it looks like you've really worked for it and earned, Sagittarius, so good for you. So Sagittarius, that pretty much wraps up your January 2017 general readings. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you have found it useful and helpful in some way, which is why we do these. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, and you may want to consider that 12-month overview and outlook as we enter the new year, you can email me at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you or anyone else that you send my way. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the January 2017 mid-month readings. And until then, Sagittarius, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.